Family is supposed to take care of family. This is something my grandmother, Patsy Bethea Palmer, has engraved with me since I was born. She's literally been telling me this since I was like yay high. Everybody has a person who shapes who they are, good or bad. And my person is Patsy Bethea Palmer, my grandmother. She should be inducted into the Influential Women's Hall of Fame, not just because of her accomplishments, despite her hardships, but because the person she has impacted me to be today. And now I will tell you about her background. She was born in 1958 with 12 siblings. I know a lot. 8 sisters and 4 brothers. They grew up on a farm and had to grow everything they ate. She was raised by a strong woman, my great grandmother, who taught her to take no crap from anybody. Because they grew up in such a time like that, she grew up during the civil rights era, so her mother taught her how to be strong. Is this especially important, especially the era they grew up, because she had no choice but to be strong. Growing up poor, she had to learn how to make and do. She had to learn how to make do with the stuff she had, and also make her own stuff because her parents just didn't have it. Even though she was content with the way she was living, she wasn't all the way. She knew she wanted a better life for her future family, so she decided to go to school. She graduated high school at Pittsburgh High School in Texas. She then graduated and then went to college. She was doing good in college, but during her first year, she met my grandfather, James Smith. They started dating, and then she had to drop out because she got pregnant. Then she dropped out because she knew she wasn't going to be able to raise my father and also try her hardest in college. It just wasn't going to work. So when she dropped out, she got her a job and worked in the city of Dallas. Once my father got grown, she decided to go back to school. By the time I was 5 years old, we were having a party for her for graduating college. Once she graduated college, she eventually moved up in the ranks at her job at the city of Dallas, and eventually she reached the goal that everybody wants to reach when they start working, and that's retirement. So then she retired at a great age, 60 years old. Now that I told you about her background, I will now tell you about her accomplishments. So, being somebody that's raised in the South, Jesus is deeply embedded in her. She never missed a day of church every time. She even takes me to church every time, well, when I stay here. She never missed a day, and she also was in the choir. She never missed rehearsal. She has won, or been honored to win, Alto of the Year for 2 years in a row. She's also won Family of the Year, or we won, but she also won Family of the Year because since I was a kid, she's been taking me to church every Sunday, like I just said. And she's involved us in things like miming, praise dancing. I worked in the nursery with my brother. She taught my brother how to be an usher. So she also won Family of the Year. She also started off as an office clerk in the city of Dallas and worked her way all the way up to the director of human resources. Now, I will show you how she's impacted my life. She showed me what it's meant to have manners and how to be a lady. As a kid, I was very much a tomboy and I hated like closing my legs when I sat down. She always used to remind me in church, and my manners were pretty bad, like eating with my mouth open, etc., etc. So as the more time I spent with her, she showed me the importance of having these manners, especially as I grow up and become a lady and go into the workforce and having these manners. So I really appreciate her for that. Also, she showed me what it's meant to be reliable unconditionally. Since I was a kid, my parents were working all the time. So they relied on her to sometimes pick me up from school, pick me up from daycare, take me to daycare early in the morning. Also, let us sleep over because they gotta do stuff. Let us sleep over, take us to church, etc., etc. Even as a teenager, every time I asked her for something, she never told me that's something that she can't do. She's always broke her back for me, and that's something that I appreciate more than she'll ever know. Now that I've told you her background, her achievements, and how she has impacted me in my life, I know that you will consider her. Not that you will consider her, I know that you will nominate her for Influential Women of Hall of Fame of the Year. Thank you.